Hi everyone, today I am going to be filming the very requested Florence by Mills collection. I picked up most of the line aside from a few skincare products. Personally, I am just not super excited over skincare. I am definitely a makeup person. I did pick up a moisturizer and I did pick up the face wash though because I wanted to see how the moisturizer felt and looked underneath makeup, and then I wanted to also pick up the face wash to use at the very end of the video to take everything off and see how well it actually takes things off, because it is a face wash and a makeup remover. This is actually the only product that I haven't used, but throughout the week I have been becoming familiar with these products so that I can give you a little bit more of a more detailed review. I'll go ahead and start out with the Dreamy Dew Moisturizer. I don't have too much experience with this product, but I do know it feels very nice and it has a very nice scent. It smells like cucumber, but very subtle. I also did get the Florence Zero Chill Face Mist, and this smells like rose. It's very floral, but the mist on it is very nice. I really like this stuff. It's very refreshing. I went ahead and just zoomed you in closer so that you can see the products on my skin. I'm also wearing these adorable little earrings. These are from Aria and Bryn, and I can leave a link to the website down below and the earrings down below if she still has it in stock. So I'm going to go in with my Florence by Mills skin tint, and I am in the shade MO90. I feel like it kind of smells like cocoa powder, like a little bit. Like she might have added Mills herself, Millie Bobby Brown herself, like added a little bit of cocoa powder to the foundations. I don't know. Might have to check that out or something, but it does smell a little bit like cocoa, not like strong at all, not anything like the chocolate bar palettes from like Too Faced. Like it's not like that at all, but it's definitely like a little bit of something that I'm smelling. And yeah, I've been wearing this on and off for the past week. This side of my face is breaking out like a little bit. We'll just try and cover her up. I think it's really cute. It definitely is very light coverage, but I think it does a nice job at evening out the skin tone. I also do find this to be long wearing. The places where I crease are my smile lines, and I get like a lot of creasing in the crease of my nose. I mean, this is just stuff that's unavoidable, but some products don't crease as much as other products do, and I found that this product actually holds up quite well throughout the day. Like it doesn't crease like excessively or anything. You could also use a sponge with this product or your fingers for sure, but I just prefer using a brush with my foundations. I just think that it blends it out way faster. So I picked up 2 shades of the concealer. I will show you on the back of my hand the difference between the two, but I do have to say I'm not a huge fan of this concealer. So that is MO85 and that one is MO95. I use the MO85 underneath my eyes and then I use the MO95 on my face, but I really don't like this concealer. I think the applicator is a little bit hard to use. Dang it, I forgot to use the balm, the eye balm. Is it too late? Will you guys hate me if I don't use it? Let me like wipe this away and then I'll use the eye balm underneath it. I know, I'm sorry. I just feel like people would get upset if I like owned it and I didn't use it. The eye balm, before we get into the concealer, the eye balm is quite nice. It smells really similar to the moisturizer. And it is really refreshing. Like this is a product that I probably would use. I actually think I want to add another layer of the skin tint to my cheeks. My cheeks are just like my big problem area. Back to the concealer. I am using MO85 The applicator, yeah, does feel like refreshing, but it's such a thin concealer and it like hardly covers anything. And also, even though it's so thin, like you would think like, oh well maybe it wouldn't like crease as much, but it creases so much on me. I'm going to use MO95. I just really don't like the applicator of this too. I think it's like really hard to control. I understand the meaning behind it, like I understand what it's supposed to be, but I would prefer it not be. So what I like to do, and what I like to do for like almost all of my concealers, is that on my face I like to blend it out with my brush, like press it into the skin so I can get like the most coverage out of it. And then I have also tried like waiting a little bit, like doing my under eyes very last, so that it can kind of have like a little bit of a drying down period and I can get the most coverage out of it. Miss Jackie Ina taught me that. And now I'll take my sponge and blend it out. But like, I feel like there is no coverage to that. Like, I feel like it looks like I didn't even put anything on. Which is fine, like I understand that this is like a natural looking line, but not only does this under eye concealer not have any coverage to it, it also creases, you know? So like, I just think that that's a product that you could definitely skip. I'm going to go ahead and use my bronzer. Everyone loves this bronzer. I will absolutely link it down below so there's no confusion on like where to buy it. Florence by Mills does not have any bronzers or highlights. So I did pick up 2 shades of the blushes. I was going to get all of the shades. However, the other shades are shades that I wouldn't typically use, and these 2 were just calling my name. If you know me, you know the shade that I'm about to put on my face right now. I obviously love that shade so much, if you take a look at my nails, but I did get them in the shades Zen Z and Glowing G, and they're named after her best friends. I wonder who that's supposed to be. I don't know anything about Millie Bobby Brown. I feel like they apply very nicely. They are long wearing. They're easy to use. So that's Glowing G and that's Zen Z. I hate saying that with my lisp. If you guessed correctly, comment down below. Just kidding. I mean, I guess you can, but this is the shade that I'm going with, Zen Z. I just love it. That's like such a me shade. I don't know who Zen Z is, but like, she's onto something. But I use my Real Techniques Duo Fiber Contour Brush for my blush. I really wish that you could buy this brush like individually, because I feel like I would own 10 of them. But it's just so pretty, and like, it's really long wearing. Like, I almost feel like when I put it on in the morning and then I look at myself in the mirror like several hours later, it almost looks brighter, which it could just be because I'm literally putting my makeup on in the dark when I have to wake up at 5 in the morning and put my makeup on at 5:30. But yeah, it's just so pretty. I will say, if you're close in skin tone to me, the other one, the Glowing G shade, was really bright. I am going to do lips in a little bit, but I did want to show you guys that I did get the Glow Yeah lip oil. So I'll go ahead and just show you guys what that looks like on my lips right now, and I have it on while I do my eyebrows. But this lip oil is cute. I don't have really much else to say about it. It is definitely a lip oil though. It doesn't feel sticky at all. It's very slick on the lips. I personally don't love lip oils, but I still wanted to try this one out. But I think it's cute. Like, it makes my lips look very glossy without being sticky. I think if you're into that sort of thing, definitely look into it. So I'm now using the Tint and Tame brow gel, and I got mine in the shade dark brown. This brow product is kind of intense. I hate a wand like this. Like, I really hate applying a brow product with this sort of applicator, but it like literally fills in my eyebrows. But I have to be like a little bit careful because it can get a little bit messy, which I don't mind. Like, I really don't mind going back in and cleaning it up. Like, see, I just like got a little bit on my skin right there. But this is also like one dip into the product as well. I feel like maybe I would like this product a little bit more when my eyebrows are like freshly done, but it's just like kind of super messy, but it fills it in very fast, and like I can just go back in with some concealer and like clean it up a little bit, you know? But see how it like really filled it in? I kind of have like mixed feelings on this brow product. It is quite messy, but it fills in my brows like very quickly. The color is also really nice, like it's a good color match for my hair. I'm curious to see what you guys think of this line, and if you guys have tried anything, or if you've been like waiting to see more reviews, or like what you think of what you've seen so far as reviews, because I've only watched one review. I watched Raw Beauty Christie's review, which probably wasn't like the best of ideas because I know she doesn't really like this style of makeup, but I don't really remember her feelings on a lot of products, to be honest. So that's the brow. See, like after you clean it up, it's really nice, and that's only brow gel. Like I feel like that's kind of impressive. Eyebrows are done. Really like the eyebrows. There's like things about it that I don't like, obviously, but just from like this being only brow gel, I think that that's really impressive. So lip glosses. I was rather disappointed in the lip gloss selection. When I saw them online, I was pretty excited. I was like, Moody Mills is my freaking shade. Like that is what I'm going to pick out. When I got to Ulta, the display had Moody Mills and it looked like that pinky brown nude that I love, and I swatched it and it was orange. I don't know where these companies get their color swatches for online, but like why can't they at least be a little bit similar? You know what I mean? Yeah, just frustrating a little bit. And none of the other shades I really liked that much. So what I ended up doing was I picked up Major Mills and I picked up Magnetic Mills. Magnetic Mills is a shade I would never in a million years wear, but I felt like Major Mills was a little bit too bright. So I figured I would buy both of these and mix them in order to create a lip color that I would actually enjoy and wear. So that's Magnetic Mills and that's Major Mills. So that's what these guys look like. That is what they look like mixed together, which happens to be a me shade. So that's kind of like what my thought process was in terms of the lip products. Another thing that I would like to touch on is that this product claims to be sheer, which I was really hoping for a sheer lip gloss from this line because of how everything looks on the skin. Like I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder and I love what I see. Like I think it looks very fresh and glowy and beautiful, But the fact that these lip glosses are very full coverage, I don't like that. Like, I feel like with this look, I kind of just prefer the lip oil. I feel like I'm getting picky though, so let's just apply the lip glosses. I think Magnetic Mills is absolutely disgusting looking on its own, so I am going to apply the Major Mill shade on its own so you guys can see it. Like, that's not sheer in the slightest. What part of this is sheer? I'm just curious. So that's what Major Mills looks like, and honestly it is a cute shade, like it is pretty, but I personally would not wear a shade like this. So I'm going to blot it on the back of my hand. Well, I'm lying. Toned down like this now, I would wear a shade like this, but the way that I was looking before, I really wouldn't. So that's actually pretty cute. I was being a little mean before. It's growing on me, but I do want to add a little bit of Magnetic Mills. Like, that's gross. I don't know anyone that would like want to wear a shade like that. This is the shade that I was hoping that Moody Mills was. Like, this is exactly what Moody Mills looked like online, and like it was orange in store. So I went ahead, washed my hands, took the swatches off, put some mascara on, and this is what everything is looking like on the skin. I think it's very pretty. I think a lot of people would be able to get a lot of use out of a brand like this. Hopefully you don't get offended by my like mustache hair that's growing back in a little bit. But I almost feel like it is even adding a sort of blur to my skin. Like, yes, it's skin, I have pores, but I feel like it's almost added a filter over it, you know, like where the light is hitting, where it's like reflecting, it just makes my skin look very nice, and I'm a big fan of it, to be honest. Big fan. Really like the lip color that I created, and brows, really good on the brows. I forgot to add the Zero Chill face mist. The time right now is currently 2:30, so 2:30 in the afternoon. I do plan on doing a check-in. I will probably do another check-in before I don't have natural lighting anymore, so that I can do the check-in in natural light, which right now is happening around 7 p.m. where I live. So I will see you guys back again in like 4.5 hours or 5 hours, somewhere around then. Okay, so the time right now is 8:47. I know I said I was gonna come back at 7, but I just got a little carried away. So this is what my skin looks like right now. I think it still looks pretty good. Obviously it would have looked a little bit better if I came back, you know, 2 hours ago like I said I would. I'm pretty oily, but that's what's expected, and like that doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, do something about it. I don't know. Honestly, my under eyes didn't crease too terribly, but I can see where the product kind of disappeared. So it's really not a long wearing concealer. My cheeks, I feel like they look fine. Eyebrows look really good. The skin tint looks fine, aside from me looking just oily, but that it doesn't bother me like I said earlier. So I just pulled you in a little bit closer so that you can see. Again, excuse my mustache hairs, we're just like very close right now. I feel like especially on this side, I just like don't even have any product left over, like over here, which I also like don't touch my face throughout the day, so I don't know how that happens, but like I said, I just don't think that this concealer is like a long wearing concealer. I feel like in between my nose it looks fine. I also feel like the creasing like in my smile lines is at like a minimum. Like I don't see an excessive amount of creasing, which is really nice. Obviously the lip gloss is not on anymore. I mean, it's a lip gloss, there's no such thing as like a long wearing lip gloss. So I'm going to use the Clean Magic face wash now, and I'm only going to use the face wash to take off my makeup because it says that it can remove makeup. It just says apply to dry skin and wipe off with a tissue. I hope that means to also rinse afterwards, but we're going to go ahead and try that, and then obviously I'll go ahead and rinse with it. I'm taking about that much. It might be a little bit too much, but I don't know. It smells just like the moisturizer and the under eye cream, which I like. I really enjoy that scent of like just like clean cucumber. I know that the Florence line is supposed to get a mascara. I can go ahead and try that when Ulta gets it in store, but we didn't have that. I'm gonna use some toilet paper because I don't have any tissues. I don't like how this feels. I mean, I'm sure that I would like this much better if I had actual tissues, but I also wouldn't remove my makeup like this. Let's just wash. I'm just gonna wash my face like normal. So I feel like I have some mascara residue, but I feel clean. So I'm going to check to see how well the cleanser worked by using some of my Bare Minerals mineral cleansing wipes. I don't usually use makeup wipes. I am a face halo girl all the way, and I highly recommend you get some face halos, but for the purpose of this video, I am using some makeup wipes, okay? I still own them, but I do not use them every night because they're bad for the environment. But all of my face halos are like really stained, so I would not be able to give you guys a good review if I used them. Alright. As a makeup remover and a cleanser for every night, I don't think I recommend it. There's still quite a bit of like dirt residue. Obviously it's very minimal, but if you were going to use that every night as your like makeup removing method, I think you would end up with quite a few clogged pores. This product in conjunction with like maybe a cleansing balm might be different, or like if you do use a face halo and then cleanse your skin afterwards with this stuff, I mean, I think that it would do a good job. This is impressive considering it's only a face wash, but I wouldn't market it as a makeup remover if it's not going to sit there and actually remove all of my makeup, you know? Because then that gets like a little bit tricky for people who might not be as knowledgeable on taking care of their skin, and then they end up using that like to remove all their makeup, but it's not really removing anything, you know what I mean? But that is it from me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If there is any questions that you have about the line, let me know down below and I will answer them. If there's any like comparison videos you want to see with these products, I know I got a comment asking me to compare this tinted moisturizer to the new ColourPop tinted moisturizer. But yeah, anyway, that is it for me today. Definitely go ahead and subscribe if you want to be notified whenever I post a new video, and hopefully I see you next time.